So I think a couple things happen. One, you literally reduce the amount of money that you're spending out. Get rid of some of these fucking administrative costs. Get rid of some of these fucking outrageous prices. And there's
yes, and blue.
Aware that there's some nuance to that.
Yeah, but
by focusing on that,
like in the color. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's put it like this.
I thought it had some other kind of meaning. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
You never know with Norwegians. That's the thing.
Yeah, one thing about Norwegian, we don't know what's.
Actually having, nutritional standards for our country that aren't a joke. And this is one thing, like, I don't agree with RFK on a lot of shit, but I can see one good thing coming out of it, which is if we actually focus on health and we actually focus on reducing medical costs.
So, Dwight, here's the thing, right? The cost thing is one thing, but something you said is just patently false when you were talking about the healthcare system having bad outcomes. We actually have really good care in this country, really good care. And the other piece of this that people leave out of health outcomes is that a large amount of the outcomes around health are hereditary. The pieces that are not based on heredity are based on lifestyle choices. When you start factoring in the things, so you have things that are out of your control, which is, like your predisposition to certain things, and then when you factor in the things that were in your control, like the lifestyle choices, do you eat healthy? Do you exercise? Do you get enough sleep? Do you get enough water? All those kind of things. Those have a much bigger impact on your overall health than whatever healthcare system you might be in. That being said, where health outcomes do come into play when it comes to the system that you have in play is if you do have something where you need some preventative care or you need to solve a problem, let's say you need a surgery or something of that nature, you want to be able to have access. You need to be able to afford the care. And then you want the quality of the care to be really, really good. And when you think about those three legs, access, quality of care, and cost of care, you can't have all three optimized. The best you can do is two.
Mojo,
you're not going to interrupt me, Mark. That's not going to happen. If you're going to have high quality care, and you want to give access to everyone, it's not going to be low cost. If you want access for everyone and you want it to be low cost, it's not going to be high quality. These are trade-offs. We make trade-offs with pretty much everything we do in life. And when it comes to medicine, it's no different. And so anyone that's promising you a system that is low cost, high quality, and access to everybody, they're plain and simply lying.
Mojo,
I hear you on that. Well, Mark, let me, before you, if you don't mind, because we were kind of having that back and forth. No, I 100% agree, and I think that's why I was saying, like, I think the RFK thing, the RFK Jr. thing, even though I think he's like a fucking idiot, I think like that could work out because, yeah, I agree, like our lifestyles are a huge factor, and I think that is probably more tied to our health outcomes than we probably give credit for. I mean, the fact that we have so many people obese and have all of these conditions that put this burden on our healthcare system, and then on top of that, we have all these other exacerbating factors like, administrative costs and that sort of thing. My only thing that I would say, I get you, and that may be right. You've got to choose that put this burden on our healthcare system, and then on top of that, we have all these other countries that we could look to take ideas from. We don't necessarily have to emulate them, and it's not that other countries are necessarily perfect, but we can definitely do it better than, like, I think most people would agree we can do this much better than how we're doing it. We can be much more efficient, and with that being the largest, if I remember, I think that's like our largest governmental expense, fucking Medicare and Medicaid, and like all of this, this huge burden of medical expenses for our citizens.
Yeah, Mark, jump in.
Yeah, if I may, real quick. With today's technology, I go to the doctor. I go and he seems to leave the room all the time. I always think he goes, like I tell him what my problem is, I think he goes and he leaves the room and then I think he goes to the internet and punches in what I said to him, which I could do myself. And I think all of us can do that. With today's technology, we can punch in our symptoms and make. The only thing we can't do is prescribe. As we can't prescribe certain drugs for ourselves. But if we could, that would be kind of cool, I think, in my personal opinion. But we don't need, with AI, we don't need any of that baggage either. If all of us are in tune to our own self. Like, whatever I feel, I have pain, fractured, like a broken arm or something like that. That's different. I got to go to a doctor. Somebody's got to fix my arm. But when it comes to being sick or something, I punch, this is my ailment. I got to go to a machine, right? That more and more of these machines they're coming to us. To where anybody could run them. Right?
Well, Mark, I hate to interrupt, but do you realize if we could cut borrowing and cut spending, the medical industrial complex, the health insurance companies would have to adapt to the new financial reality that they're not going to get as much in billables as they've been getting because the budget's been cut. Would you be okay with that, Mark?
Yes, most certainly.
So out of $2 trillion a year, what do you think is a fair cut? 20%, 30%, 10%, 50%?
I don't know what it is, but I know technology is happening. And the more we, as individuals, understand our physical, because nobody cares about our individual status than we, the people, who care about ourselves, right? So when we're I'm going to Google on, and it's getting better, by the way. Meta is getting better, and they will send you down a path that you can discern way more than a doctor. That it's got a few thoughts in their head that might be good for you. I contend that the shit's going to hit the fan, and those people will lose their jobs as well. And that's a big deal.
Mark, let me ask you, I'm sure you've heard this. You know, Bill Gates has stated that in about 10 years, maybe less, maybe a little bit more, the AIs will replace the doctors, the teachers. You know, you won't even have to leave your house to get a diagnosis, get treatment. Well, you'll leave your house to get treatment. It'll be the robots operating on you if you need a surgery. So what's your take on that? Do you think that there is some that we have something to be worried about, or is this a hopeful future in terms of, you know, medical advancements that in 10 years' time, maybe 20 years, maybe longer, maybe less, doctors will be obsolete? I mean, it's kind of frightening when you think about the young folks who might want to go to medical school and then they not have a job when they come out of college, right? So what's your opinion? You think the AIs are going to be our future doctors, nurses, and surgeons?
I think it's amazing. And I think, especially through COVID, which the AI has helped me immensely. Well, not just COVID, real people working with AI. I think of Clubhouse. I think of reasons why I never got the vax. I'm so grateful that I never got the vaccination for COVID. This nasty freaking setup that was. So I'm grateful for it, my friend.
Mark, I gotta jump in here. Mark, do you think the government should immediately fund medical AI technology? Do you think the government should continue funding and spend as much money to figure out medical AI? What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, if the machine can do it better than us, I want the machine to do it better than us. It frees us up, you know, on so many levels, where we the people can do other things. Imagine, I always I go to a Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, and you got somebody, and I did the jobs back in the day. I'm an older person. I did all the stupid jobs that really slowed me down in life, I think. with AI is going to change so much stuff, in my opinion, better if we don't blow ourselves up in the process. If we don't, all these political nasties that think they run everything, they do run everything. And not that they think, they do run everything. But when we, the people, grasp the concept of AI, they're part of it too. You know, all these political people want the same thing we want. By the way, everybody wants the same thing. We want.
No, that's not true. No, we don't. We do not all want the same thing.
Yeah, I think we do.
I think we don't.
Well, what don't you want that a rich man doesn't want?
I will tell you. I will tell you that I hear a lot of people say that they want equality and equity, and I don't give two shits about either of those two things.
Why would you say that, Mojo?
Because I don't care about those two things. I think they're irrelevant.
Equality?
No, I don't think that we are equal. Is my point.
You said you didn't care about it.
Yeah, I don't care about it. I don't care about it. I think that the pursuit of equality is.
That is.
Yeah, well, it's a statement that you disagree with. You're proving my point. Thank you.
Mark, there's a Native American expression that says, "If you can say it, it is not true," and you know. Everybody doesn't want the same thing. A lot of people really don't like America. A lot of people want to see this country's legacy destroyed because they have bad political positions and maybe they're immoral or unethical. So that's all or nothing thinking, Mark. That's all or nothing thinking. That's called a cognitive distortion.
Well, and hold on. I want to illustrate this. Hold on, Mark. You're going to have to get better at the listening part of these
It
conversations.
is Congress, right?
So,
He talked to me.
Mark, do you hear my voice? Thank you. Jesus Christ. So you said that all people want the same thing. There's a death cult, a pedophile death cult, that wants to be able to fuck children. I don't want that. I don't think we all want the same thing.
Well, that's a stupid analogy, but whatever.
It's a cognitive distortion.
Wait, hold on. If it's a stupid analogy, then you tell me, are you with them? Do you want to fuck children? Or maybe you want something different.
You've turned the conversation into a rude conversation.
No, I'm proving the point.
You should know the
I'm
answer
proving
to
the point.
You should already know the question. The answer to the question you asked.
So I'm proving the point that you want different things than I want, and you made the statement that all people want the same thing, and I think that that's categorically false.
And when I said that, I meant food, shelter, and clothing. Everybody wants a healthy way to live through life.
What about nudists? What about nudists?
So stupid that you have.
What about nudists?
You gotta go. What about nudists?
Okay, nudists choose to not wear clothes, and homeless people choose to, in many cases, they're choosing to not have a shelter.
Yeah, like this idea of everybody wanting this.
Wait, hold on, Dwight. And furthermore, all three of those things you said food, shelter, and clothing. People can choose to be on a hunger strike. Shout out to the people in Ireland. You can choose to not have shelter. Shout out to the homeless people. And you can choose to not have clothing. Shout out to the nudists. So I think you're wrong.
Mojo, you're a classic.
Wait, could I add one more thing?
Why life is so damn hard, no doubt.
Mark.
We have people like you.
Wait, stop.
Wait,
Life
could I?
is hard. Hold on. Like, I've been listening. Sorry, Lord. You know what? Go ahead. That was rude. Go ahead, Lord. I apologize.
No, Brad, go ahead. When you're done, I'll go next.
Okay. Mark, life is hard. I don't understand this concept where you don't have to put in energy. You don't have to put in work. You don't have to put in creativity. You don't have to have critical thinking or rationale. Life is hard. This is why, if it wasn't hard, everybody would be fucking alive carrying on like bumbling idiots. People wouldn't fall off a fucking mountain, wouldn't die from starvation or die from cold or die from disease. Life is a fucking hard thing. It has been hard. And people like you want to espouse that life shouldn't be some utopia. It should be easy. And nobody should have to go without food, shelter, or clothing. In the United States, nobody is going without that. If they want it. If they choose to go onto the street because they want to feed a crack addiction, or if they go on the street because they just don't want to partake in society, or they disappear into the wilderness because they think they're the fucking guru of the moment, that's on them. That's a choice. That's personal accountability. What you want to remove is accountability and nobody having any purpose in it. And I find that so weird from people on the left who think like you, that everybody shouldn't have a purpose. Your purpose is to live, thrive, beat the world, survive it, raise your children, and then you die. That's the only thing you're supposed to achieve in life. Everything else is
Brad,
made by
we can make it a better world for many people. And
No,
the
I don't
left
give
that
a.
surrounds
Stop
us.
talking when other people are talking. I don't care about the rest of the world. I
know
don't.
you don't. You care about yourself. I get that.
No, I don't care about the
You
fucking
care
world.
about
If
Brad.
you actually
Get
told me
that.
you gave a shit about somebody in Dubai, some kid living in slumdog fucking shitholes, no, you don't. Because you know why?
Of course I do.
You're not over there digging
Go
up
to
and
my-
washing off this shit. I don't give a fuck what you got in your profile. I don't care what charity you have. It probably is a fucking
Because
bullshit.
Brad is about Brad.
So
Good
again,
for you. Go get a Mars bar.
Jesus, dude, you
About
are
yourself.
retarded. Yeah.
So
Elliot,
Brad,
you're-
you're weeding yourself out too also. So you talk about all the idiots. If you're talking that way, you're weeding yourself out too, morally.
But
You're
finding
morally-
good. But hey, life. Who told you on the day you were born? What doctor slapped you on the ass?
Brad,
You
we
know
have
what?
we have a
Oh,
chance to
Jesus
change the world.
Christ, dude! You
Hey, hold on, guys. Hold on. Listen.
This is like
Hold on. There's not going to be a couple of rules here. We're going to keep the shares short, maybe 1, maybe 2 points at the maximum, and absolutely zero interruptions. You know, the zero tolerance we should have for illegal immigration? I'm going to have a zero tolerance when it comes to people interrupting.
All right, Brad, I'm sorry for interrupting. I did interrupt you. Sorry.
No, go on. I mean, I'll give it to Lord after this, but you got the answers for everything. You can solve it. You said AI take over and cure everything. It'll do all the jobs. You won't need a purpose for that. You said, hey, everybody will just have to get food, clothing, and shelter, and we can just go back to organics. You said a lot of dumb shit, so you got all the answers. I suggest you put those answers to the test. Put it on the world stage. Run for a political office and see if you can convince other people. But I'm willing to bet that you can't do it, and I'm willing to bet that if we actually went deep dived into your at least one policy position or one idea and actually went further, it would fall apart really fast. Really fast.
I beg to differ. I think if you looked at the work that I've been doing, growing vertically, using soil, composting everything, and getting everybody psyched about life, nature, and the universe, I think you're wrong, Brad. I think we, the people, could easily change the world yesterday if we weren't a part of this nasty economical system that you seem to embrace. You like it, but we can't change it according to your mindset. We can't change it because that's the way it is. It is what it is. And so that's a bummer. But whatever, that's your mentality. But guess what? As an older person who's been on this planet a long time, who's constantly thinking about how I can change the world collectively, not just America, globally. And go to my stuff, go to my work, go to my YouTube, Eve Growing, go to DS Reality, go to what I've been trying to do to help the collective whole of everything. Granted, I don't have any freaking sponsors or anything like that, but guess what? I'm still working at it. And guess what? It brings joy to my life to know that I could make a change. And hopefully, I might, if there's something more to this very real life that's over, that I'm a part of, maybe I can make it to the next realm. If there is such a
Mark, do you think that the now? Do you think that the now is all important? I know he's still talking. I'm asking him a question. Is the now all important, Mark?
Roger just said no interruptions. Guys, listen. There's 2 parts to this rule. You got to keep your shares short, make 1 point, maybe 2 at the most. That way, people don't feel the temptation to interrupt, and there will be no interrupting. So please, guys, We can make this happen. All we have to do, if we do the first rule, the second rule will usually sort itself out.
All right, look, let me just say this one thing with Mark. How are we going to get to, let's say, allowing everyone to have homes and food and all that, right? I mean, obviously, we're going to pay for that in the future. So really, it's not going to happen here, but probably on a different planet, for sure. For sure, your ideology would for sure happen on a different planet, but not here. Same thing with mine. It's not going to happen here. It'll happen on another planet. I'm done.
Yeah. You do know that